Hello. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hope everyone's having a wonderful Thursday. I always forget what day it is by the time I stream. I know it's Thursday because I needed to put trash out, other stuff, right? But I don't know. There's something doubtful every time before I say it. Anyway, welcome back. I hope everyone's having a wonderful week. Today we'll be working on, you guessed it, more level design. We're making a lot of progress, though. A lot of progress for me, at least. It may not feel like it or seem like that. Seem like it to other people, but it's, this is like, this is me trying to get off the training wheels here of figuring out how I kind of want to do things and such. So, and it's the first time I've done this stuff in general, so. It's a bit more difficult because I'm trying to figure out how I want to do these things in my fictional world. Because basically, it's one thing if you're just creating a game mimicking something purely in real life. It's another if you're trying to make something that mimics or something that makes sense in your fictional world. And so that's part of the challenge here. So yeah, but I think we're making some good progress. So we'll be working on the power building. Should be able to get that done today. And then I'm gonna put everything down in a single scene. Like the world, basically. And then hello Harvey, how's it going? Welcome back. Idea how you could easily the metal grid stairs was that. But yeah, welcome back, Harvey. It's good to see you. How are you doing? So we'll do, like I said, the power building and then place everything down in the same scene and see how it goes. Place them 2 centimeters down. Oh yeah, because it'll just create the platform. You're right, actually, right? I wonder. I don't know if you can actually do subtraction with this though. I think because it's not, yeah. I might be able to generate a mesh. Maybe not, actually. I don't think I can actually generate a mesh. Yeah, subtract copy from the original. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I don't think I could do that. Yeah. Oh, interesting. Huh. Ooh, interesting. I didn't know you could do it like that. Hmm. That's cool. Yeah, I know you could actually do that. We can actually pull it up just a little bit. We could see everything. Why not? So these I actually want to move over. Yeah, like that. So Kane, hello. Thank you for the 3 stream streak. How are you, Kane? I saw you were playing Date Everything again. How'd that go? Part of me is like, oh, I should check that game out. But part of me is like, oh well, there's like 20 other things that you should be doing, Tin. You don't need a Date Everything game tangent. So they progress getting to know your house nice, so that's good. Yeah, you're selling in still, eh? That's good though. No Date Everything? Yeah. And I would agree. I know. Yeah. Growling, welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Lock in? Yeah, I know. Someone I don't remember who it was. I was talking to someone and they were telling me, yeah, you should just like tell everyone else that you can't do anything for a while. And I was like, yeah, I really should, shouldn't I? So anyway, did you watch any of the collab we did for the Soul Link mod for Minecraft? That was 2 days ago. um, I did. And that's fine. We're just gray boxing anyway. I'll have to render this in a different thing, so it's whatever. All right. So this is the wrong sprite. We need to figure out. Sorcerer, hey, welcome back. Are you going to use GDScript for all this, or maybe slip a little rest in there? Probably just keep a GDScript because I'm not really sure about. I don't know how it works with GD extensions if you compile to multiple platforms. I think because I don't remember what handles the compilation targets. Also sources of troubleshooting. So I don't want to, for at least for my first game, I don't want to introduce another point of failure per se, because it's going to be a lot harder, I'm sure, to troubleshoot like on Windows or something calling into the DLL file, and maybe I don't have, however it does it, right? However it's going to show the error and stuff. I imagine that would introduce a lot more points of failure than just having a kind of GD script. And I mean, it all depends anyway, because you could have logging and stuff. But yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the thing that I'm kind of worried about in that regard. Is just the code compilation for the target platforms. But that's about it. I'd like to mess around. You know, it's funny. I thought of that specifically when I was messing around with GD extension. That's what it's called for Godot. If you want to use some other language, whether it be C# now, C++, Rust. You know, I think you could do Zig. There's a lot of different ones. But yeah, that's what actually got me thinking about it first. I was like, okay. I didn't think about it because I built it and had the DLL file and stuff in there. I just moved the executable. I didn't think about it, and then the executable would crash and it wouldn't work. And I was like, yeah, no, that makes sense. I didn't give the files. Not a lot, but yeah. Okay, no, it was an experience, I'll tell you. Pepper, yeah, I really like to watch his stream. When he's aiming it, yeah. I like. I think we rated him last night. Was it, or I think it was last night. No, I didn't stream last night. It was Monday. Was it Monday? Good looking terminal too. He does. Yeah, he uses NeoVim with. I'm jealous. He uses NeoVim with stuff. I think he shares his actual monitor. I don't know how he achieves his thing there. I could actually use NeoVim now with my I could actually use NeoVim now with my auto OBS focusing thing that I made. Biggest hold up on that would just be making it work on Windows, since I have some, I'd have to make sure all the things it expects to have in, the path and everything like that would be available, and just, on Windows and stuff. So it shouldn't be too bad, but I don't know. I typically stayed away from doing that just because you end up spending so much time trying to troubleshoot something to get it working, just because you're like, I have a slight preference to this, rather than just using something that maybe you don't care about as much, but gets the job done, gets you going. Yeah, Hypnotic. Yeah. He has a good setup too. I really like that Hypnotics always explains stuff too, if you ask like questions. He's a really nice guy. I did see he broke his streak of the guess a game. He was at like 237 streak, which is absolutely insane. But Did you use Linux for your rest streams and this switched back to Windows for Godot? I used Windows subsystem for Linux um for the rest streams for AOC. Um, so it was on Windows, but it was Windows subsystem for Linux. Because part of the problem too. Let me show you one thing that kind of sucks. If I open Alacrity here, is if I do WSL, so like I was NeoVim running inside the WSL then? Yeah, that was basically like, yeah, it was super easy to get everything working on WSL because I was just copying my Linux environment at that point. So a couple dependencies I don't have dependencies auto resolve, but it's pretty easy to be like, oh, FD's missing or something. Yeah, or rip grip, which I think is RG. But let's say WSL all of a sudden. The thing that kind of sucks is, let's say I do get status. Watch how long it takes. And you see that it's refreshing the index, and that's because of how Linux's get works versus Windows or something. There's something where it doesn't use like the same index. So if I wanted all my bindings and stuff, right? Like I have get status as an alias, or GS is an alias that expands to get status. I'd have to do get exe status, and now you could see there's a little bit of a delay there. It's barely noticeable, but there was a delay, but much faster, right? And let's say I want to do get diff game, and I hit tab. Did you see how long that took? That took literally like, what was it, 5 seconds? It was a long time. It's like 4 or 5 seconds. I can't, that's just way too slow for a workflow. So I just, unfortunately, even though I'd love to have this as a setup, it doesn't make sense for me to do it through WSL. Yeah, so that's just the main thing. Like I could do get.exe diff and then to game and hit tab, but you can see it doesn't autofill because it's I don't know how their expansion stuff works for the shell and everything, but it's obvious that fish can't, it can't infer, okay, you're talking about the game, autoloads game if under the status here. So file access from, yeah, still borked. Yeah, I see a lot of people talking about that. I'm assuming that's what that is. I don't know if that's what it is because, for example, right, we do get exe status. This is very quick. If I do get exe status diff auto loads game, you can see that was also really fast. I mean, there's a bit of a delay there, but it's not like a workflow. Like it's not something so severe where I'd be like, nah, I would not be able to work with this. So, it's unfortunate. It's just kind of the way it is. So that's why I've just still been doing things the way I have, yeah. That if you use Node.js either inside editor, either use editor inside WSL or run Node.js outside too. What is WSL? WSL stands for Windows Subsystem for Linux. It's basically a Linux. I don't even know. I think it uses Hyper-V, which is it's a virtualization platform by which virtual machines can run. If I'm not getting on, you're making me dig up my IT knowledge here. I'm trying to remember how to describe things properly. But it's a hypervisor, Hyper-V. No, Hyper-V is not it. Is it Hyper-V? It is Hyper-V. I'm thinking of something else. Hyper-V, because it's short for, I guess, that's Windows hypervisor. A hypervisor is a platform by which virtual machines can run. Anyway, basically virtual machine. Yes, yeah. Yeah, it is Hyper-V. Yeah, I was confused because I thought there was something that I used to use that was did Microsoft like absorb Hyper-V or something? Because I swear Hyper-V was something. I swear it was an independent software before. I don't know if I'm just thinking of something else or what, but because I used Oracle VirtualBox, that was a virtual hypervisor. Something else too. On Zen, I don't know what Zen is. Or Xin. KVM? No. That's all Linux-based virtualization, right? Hyper-V's included Windows Pro since 15 years ago. Alt news dating myself. Oh, personally got macOS plus Nix packages for best of both worlds. One, I've heard a lot of good things about Nix because you can. It's like just very repeatable. It seems pretty nice. I like stuff like that where, because one of the things I want to do for like my Windows machine is I literally just wanted to have a very simple image that I could destroy and rebuild at any time, if I ever wanted to. And then have Linux as, my actual, what I actually roll with for everything else. So, yeah. So anyway, yeah. It's unfortunate, but that's why I don't do this. So that's why I'm just stuck using the Windows stuff still. Typing out autoloads. How dare they make me actually type things out in tab, so. Windows system completely swappable? Yeah. Yep. I think it's a great thing to do. XOS is a lot, not for the uninitiated. Yeah, but macOS plus Nix is easy enough. Better than Homebrew. I'm not very familiar with like the Mac side of things. I've never used a Mac, so. Although I know that you have like the Mac shell is pretty nice to work with for development, from what I've heard. Press files on the second drive, yeah. I swear there used to be like a. Maybe it was just. Hypervisors. I know there's a hypervisor I used to use, and it was a Type 2 VMware workstation. Was it VMware? Maybe it was VMware that I've tried that I used to use as well. Because I know I remember VirtualBox. I definitely used VirtualBox. Maybe it was VMware. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. So Ghosty, the shell. Oh. Is Ghosty a shell or is it a terminal? It's a shell, right? That was. Oh, that should be getting decent Windows support in the future, though. It's a terminal. Oh, yeah. I remember. Oh yeah, I have it in my thing. I have a. Because I've been to their website before, I guess, but. Yeah, because this is also written in Rust, right? Ghosty? Yeah. No. Oh, Zig. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember looking at it because I like to see what people have done. Pretty cool. Interesting. Shells, what? Yeah. Yeah, well, that's that. Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was a shell or if it was a terminal. Because I use Fish. I've never used C-shell before, but I've heard good things about it as well. Thermal actually draws the two. Yeah. I know, Dejag. I was just thinking about it the other day. I was like, man, I really need to have like a timer or something where I can't read or respond to chat. but then you miss out on so much. It's like people that have the Pomodoro timers and everything going. That's hilarious to Jago. So yeah, I guess we'll just go ahead and Is that a CSG combiner, I guess? That was checked on you, yeah. Press without your terminal, look through WSL. I guess you can have some nice things on Windows even these days. Yeah, I mean, everything. I use fish. The only thing that changed my shell was fish, and well, okay. Never mind. I was like, oh, it's super simple. No, I have an Alacrity theme. I use Alacrity. I have a fish. I use fish. I have a fish theme. I use Tmux. I have a Tmux theme. Everything. I spent a while customizing it, and now I just try not to touch it. What distro? Israel. Unless it was Rocky, but I think it was Rel. Nope, it was Rel. Nope. Oh yeah, you can do uname, right? What was it? Uname. Wait, no. Or kernel name. Like that's the kernel mouse pronoun. I guess that's interesting that it has to do it that way. Huh. I guess it doesn't actually tell you. I thought uname would tell you. I guess maybe uname can't tell you if it's running in like that, but cat Etsy release? Yeah, I guess you could do star release, huh? Yeah. I know that you can always find it in release or in Etsy, but I didn't know I saw someone say that you could just do uname. I completely forgot about uname, but I guess maybe with how it is built to run on WSL, maybe it doesn't actually show the right thing. So, yeah. Atlas OS? Haven't heard of that one. Usually just OS release or OS release. Yeah, I saw it tripped me up because I told Fui, have you seen Freedom? Freedom Studio? I was trying to help her because she was I think trying to figure out what distro her OS was, and so I said that you could cat, Etsy. I can't remember if I just said Etsy release or something. I can't remember how I worded it, but it threw me off because I know of Red Hat release because I've mainly only used Rel and Rocky. I've used Alpine barely for some other things, and like I think, like for the container that my bot and everything run in, yeah, or Linux as Alpine Linux, yeah. So those are Alex C containers. Anyway. We're just gonna pass up AMD and NVIDIA on the GPU side for top dog performance numbers. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Also, Apple RAM's better deal if they did in fact already lock in their prices. Yeah, the fact that you could buy a single, like God, I'm showing my lack of knowledge for Apple Mac products here, but I know that you can get a Mac with a lot of RAM. And people are doing that for like AI stuff now as well. instead going with something like NVIDIA's like I think Spark, is it? Or they're like mini DGX systems, basically, whatever they are. Oh, Alice OS is a Windows. Oh, it's Windows, huh? Interesting. Pretty cool. I'll have to check that out too. So let's actually I could just Control C that. Well, no, let's actually bring it down. Box. Hmm. All right, let's do like 2, and then this would be like probably not 5, but more like maybe 3. The problem is this guy is also going to need to be like have something else subtracted from him, I think. Asahi. Yeah. This is 12 meters or 6 meters across. How large of a room do I want this to be? I think maybe 5 meters. I'll have to expand on that to see what I want. Rest the face normals? Yeah. I did it that way initially, and then I didn't do it that way anymore. I can't remember what the reason was. Because it works well, but there was some reason I didn't do it that way anymore. CV camera. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So boom. Let's see, and then we'll make this guy like. Probably only 2.4 meter tall area here. Oh, I think the problem was trying to figure out how wide, not wide things are, but why is this off? Oh, I think that was just off, maybe. Yeah. For the normals? No, I just haven't flipped them yet. You just see flip faces here. Hello, PC Head. Using CSG for making out levels. Gray boxing specifically. Just because I'm gray boxing at the moment. Although one thing I've noticed is that people will just make a mesh out of the CSGs by going to CSG and bake mesh instance, and then actually exporting the mesh and importing it into Blender, and then actually making the level based off the gray boxing that she did, which I think is an interesting workflow. Do I know if that's what I'm gonna do? I don't know, but I'm just using this approach for now. Just some simple something flying there. I get it. So yeah, I see a new workflow. Gotcha. But yeah, so that's about it. See, one annoying approach of doing this is that yeah, you'd have to like I don't know the best way. I guess could I just do this and then guys union not quite what I want there. Subtraction. I guess it doesn't subtract. That's annoying that it doesn't subtract out of the. Huh. Funk Godot. I have a. I've heard of Funk Godot, and I actually had it. I've looked at it a little bit, but I don't. Maybe refresh my memory on what this is here. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. So you're using a TinBears, or are you using a different editor? Because that is something I did think about using as well. Is the Funk Godot. I want to experiment with that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's something I wanted to experiment with as well. I have not gotten to that point yet. I may actually make my levels in TinBears, but at the moment it's just so fast. It feels like I don't know these other tools, so it's very easy for me to just quickly gray box in Godot. So that's just what I've chosen to do. So. How what's your experience like using Funk Godot though? You can use Jack, and I think it supports some other editors. Days directly converted with FBX and Unity. Cut hole tool. Well, the thing is that this guy is wait, what? Now how is that working here? Interesting. Is that is that because of the flipped faces? I think it is. That's interesting. I mean, that's what I want for that. Maybe I could just move the shaft. I could shorten it. This, for example. And then, yeah, see, I don't think that's quite what I want either. Why are the stairs not on? Thought they'd be a child here. Whatever. Great at using it for making your own levels. Best part is I can make entities, basically scenes in Godot. Assign them a trench and then they will appear in game. Huh. Oh. So you can like go ahead and like place entities basically? And it will correlate with scenes in Godot? That's cool. Basically make custom apps without modding Godot. Oh, really? That's one thing that yeah, that's really neat. I have been interested in some of that stuff where you don't have to edit Godot to like you can let people expand stuff if they wanted to without not doing anything to it. That's cool. I don't know. Given the difference here, I don't really know. Because to me, this makes sense, right? Like you're getting the shaft thing here. I don't really know why this guy is. Does it work with Boolean options? Yeah, that's. I figured it would subtract because the inside is Well, what I don't understand, right, is this is union, but oh well, no, I can't see it inside anyway because this is the flipped normal. But I do need this because this is the shaft part. Different normal. Yeah, I mean this is already a problem that I wouldn't experience with doing it the way I was doing it before. You know, you cut a hole into the face mesh of the cube. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out a better way. Like, I'm pretty sure I could just do this, right? But I didn't want to have to do that. What was the actually, you know what? I could just duplicate the shaft after all, I think, and then but this guy. Okay, duplicate. Yeah, there we go. That. Oh, you know what? Interesting. So I wonder actually. Fluffy, hey, how's it going? Not subtract. I mean, it actually needs to be shortened a little bit here. The dream, that's good. Oh yeah, satellite trench room is a little limited. For example, in my game, I want to have a scripted event, so I had to come up with something like node scripting where you got to connect nodes, triggers, and stuff. Yeah, I mean, I imagine you still have to do the majority of that kind of work in Godot itself. But that's really neat. Yeah, no worries, PC. I appreciate the chat. Yeah, take care. Thank you. Sleep well. Ignore the staircase. Yeah, I mean, well, I'm just like a second cube for the hole. Okay. Like this. Does that work? Oh. This is 3.2. 1.6. Give it a little bigger than your staircase in inner barrel. Because I forgot your forklift ramp was up to OSHA standards. The forklift, the things have changed drastically, Fluffy. So basically, the whole area is going to be like this now. It's all going to be above ground, basically, except for the power building. But yeah, a lot of it's going to be kind of like this. So it's going to be very different. I mean, very different. Basically, there's going to be an above ground house over here, which is where everyone lives. So there's going to be the work building, and then I need to figure this out. This is not actually the power building. Is just going to be like a little entrance like this, basically, where a little door is. But yeah. Why is this off a little bit? What is that all about? Oh, this cube's off a little bit there. Glitch, how's it going? I don't see how this is gonna work though. If the shaft is if this is gonna protrude out into the shaft cutout section. You know what I mean? But how are you doing, Glitch? You're saying what? Oh, because you're saying, well, this whole place here. Well, yeah. But how? Well, then how is this? How is this gonna be? How is this gonna work though? Exactly, Fluffy. It's very unfortunate when that happens, especially accidentally. The shaft's looking quite large. I mean, you just showed up, so. The cube is to project a hole. It's chilling. Good here. Make a drawing? Yeah, sure. Because I don't understand. I mean, if you have Or wait, yeah, because this is union based, but oh wait, is the face are the okay? No, the faces of this guy aren't flipped. Okay. Doing well, Glitch. Did you watch any of the Soul Link collab? Tuesday. Or yeah, you did because you were in Taste Chat, right? Some crazy stuff going on over there. Some crazy stuff. Did you think we were gonna make more progress or less? Between oh yeah, it's all over the place. I knew you guys weren't getting the dragon. Dude, I was like, listen, you know, I'm thinking to myself, I feel like we got this in some regard, surely. But when Melanie was like, yeah, no, it's hardcore too. I was like, okay. And then, and then, and then I just do it, dude. I was like, there's just no way. There's just no way. It was just horrible. Use your second cube. Use your second cube to define where the hole should be in the basement cube. Okay. So, I love Java scripts. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Fun fact that you didn't ask for. I've never programmed in JavaScript. But welcome. No, it's not like that. Yeah, no. Tay was. I think. Tay was. Did you see the cat when his cat died? It literally cut in front of me, and it caused itself to get pushed into lava. Okay, it cut me off. It cut me off. I was there and he blamed you. I know, it cut me off, man. I literally tried. I know. I literally tried to save Tay's cat too. You saw me put the water down. I was just a little too late. If it just had a little bit more health, it wouldn't have been so bad. But unfortunate. You know, we live and you learn. I don't even think this is gonna be what I want here. Actually, that emo looks like the it's like the actual emo, right? Good emo. Yeah, I don't see though, Jago, how this is gonna work, right? Like this makes the cutout for the shaft, right? Well, even though it protrudes out, but then this guy. But then I change this to subtraction. Oh, is it actually working now? Oh, no, wait. It might actually be working now. Hold on. Oh, I think I got it now. Well, except for this, though. The problem with this, I think, is that this guy goes into it, right? If I don't do anything to the staircase, though, right? How if I don't do anything to the staircase, how does the staircase work, though? Because and now it's there's nothing to cut out to be able to walk down the staircase. Well, the Boolean operations just subtracts one shape from another. Intersection takes the intersection of the two objects, right? Delete a face to create a hole. Right. I mean, that's basically what this is, though, is it not? This is what this is. I mean, we've deleted the face, right? Your shaft from a solid cube. It indents into the solid cube. I mean, isn't this just because of the fact that because this guy's flipped, it screws up everything because you want everything to be you want all the faces to be in the same direction. Otherwise, you're going to run into this problem, right? Since you subtract the shaft from the solid cube. Yeah, but it does not create a hole in the cube. What? How is that the case, though? This guy I subtract this shaft cutout from the shaft itself, and it creates a hole. Like this is a hole. So what do you mean? Still take a bite out, right? This isn't creating a hole. I'm confused. What you mean by a hole then? Because that's how I'm creating the cutouts and stuff. Like if I run this, I don't have the world collision on anymore. Because that's how I'm creating these holes here. Is so I can is with the subtraction. Right, that's just destroying the faces without creating like any other ones. But when I'm subtracting here, like it bridges the faces. Yeah. Because the texture's crossing it. That's a Boolean subtract. Right. Right. Yeah. Because that's what I'm doing for the tunnel too. Same thing, Boolean subtraction. Placing directly walls? Right. Yeah. Yeah, because the only reason it's messed up is because the so when you use it, yeah. Yeah. Still a solid cube. Right. It's a solid cube, just the faces are inverted, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. How do I from the outside, right? Because now no matter what I do, so like this is screwed, right? Okay. Second cube, yeah. Search for a mesh hole function or something. I mean, it's just there's flip faces as well for this. There's union operation for union, intersection, and subtraction. As far as I'm aware, that is the only thing here. Yeah. Can you edit the face itself of the cube? No. The things in this are not that detailed. Excuse me. That's how I feel right now, Fluffy. So yeah. No. Because I in Blender, I'm aware that you can like delete the faces of mesh, for example, and then all of a sudden, you see into it because it's just the face is gone, so you can't represent anything with it. But yeah, I'm not really sure like what you can do if you have one box with its faces flipped. I don't know how you like un. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, like I don't think you can at that point. Oh, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, see, so that, well, yeah, because that subtracts just. I don't got stuff, etc. Yeah. But I'm just I don't understand though, right? If I'm entering from a place where the normals are in the opposite direction, then how do I handle that though? Like the shaft, right? Yeah, so your face cut out. Yeah. And so you cut the face specifically out though in order to do that? See, because I don't know how to achieve the same thing in Godot here. Like I don't know if you can like, because I mean it would be very simple if you could just delete the faces like that, but yeah. I'm sure there's probably some way to, if you do it just right. Because I don't want any of this to be the way it is, but yeah, because you just can't, can you? I just don't think you can because the problem is this guy's always gonna have a problem. Always. This is always gonna be sticking out like this. And if I subtract, all of a sudden it pushes it in. Yeah, so no, you just can't do it. Yeah. So I mean that's why I was just like, oh, okay, I mean you could do mesh, and I don't know if you can like, I don't know if you're able to like actually edit the mesh here. But yeah. I don't like, oh, interesting. Yeah. Right. I mean, I understand that. I understand what's happening with the Boolean operations. It's just I don't. I was confused on what you were trying to say and whether or not you could actually achieve it. If the normals are flipped here, then like the faces are flipped here, you're not going to be able to ever get back to what you were originally, unless you, I guess, delete the faces like you're talking about. But I don't think you could do that here. Okay, about faces, right? Right. All right, guys, I got to take a short break for Astra on the Twitch side to keep pre-rolls off for everyone. So I'll take a short break so you guys don't miss these things. Stretch my legs and stuff while all that happens. Oh, interesting. This guy was wrong. All right. Let me be right back, and then I will continue once I'm back. All right. Quick 3-minute break. Be right back. All right. I am back. Thanks for waiting. All right. It's fine, dude. There's like 2 walls. It's fine.
Dude, you stream for an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah. I'm like a jet engine, man. I gotta warm up.
You don't have to warm up.
I don't believe you.
Have you ever watched any of the Top Gun movies and they're like, wait, I gotta
No, but they gotta spin up, dude. That's my point. They gotta spin up, okay? Holy.
Oh, okay.
Jesus, so pedantic.
Gotta spin up.
Yeah, just spinning up, dude. Can't you tell?
What, are you gonna make a box that cuts this tube?
Yeah. Yeah. Lo siento, I forgot why I was.
Can you do it, please?
Dude, I just walled everything in, and you're already asking me to build the rest of Rome?
Yeah, I feel like you've already done more than in the past.
I mean, yes. But that was, I told you, dude, I was warming up. I was warming up.
What are you doing?
I'm adjusting, dude. Haven't you heard of adjusters before? Pretty sure this is what they do.
Like insurance adjusters? Is this what they do?
Yeah, but I'm a mesh adjuster. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Hello?
But yeah.
It's okay, Django. Django's partially responsible. Yeah, he sent me on a quick adventure. But I didn't.
Don't fucking blame your chat. Don't blame poor Django. Dude.
What Django
had nothing to do with it.
What Django was recommending was a good thing.
Nah.
But unfortunately, I didn't.
So why are you blaming him?
I'm not blaming him.
You literally just threw him under the bus.
I said he has partial responsibility.
And just fucking yeeted him, dude.
No.
That's crazy.
Wrong. What's wrong with these things?
I don't know. Maybe we should have grid boxed in Unity.
What?
What?
Rakish, you need to calm down.
I had spicy food.
I'm a
spicy food.
I'm gonna upgrade friends. Do you invest in your friends or do you upgrade?
What?
What?
Is it investing on them?
In them?
Like, is it upgrade
on them? I don't invest on my friends.
Doesn't upgrading them mean investing on them?
On them? Or in them?
In them, on them, inside them. What are you talking about?
No. No.
What are you on about, bro?
Like imagine investing into your computer.
Mm-hmm.
You're not changing computers. You're merely upgrading your computer.
So are you gonna give me new eyeballs or some shit? What are you talking about?
I don't know. What are you talking about?
You started the conversation, Tin.
You joined. A man can't
hit by Buzz.
A man can't talk loud.
I'm gonna be driving.
You already here.
All you're gonna see is I'm gonna message you a picture of my driver license. It says like the bus available or whatever the fuck it is.
Bus available. That's insane. Is that what it says?
What is it?
Bus available?
Is it A1 for all B1 for all vehicles? I don't
remember. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Don't be so hasty, big man.
Y'all do it different, dude.
Calm down.
There's 4 different licenses for different type of motorcycles. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Chad, is Rackers quieter for you than usual?
That's
Or is he
crazy.
same volume as usual?
That's crazy. All right, so B1, yeah, B1, C1. It's like a truck, small truck. Bus is D.
Damn. Makes sense, actually. I think he's fine. I didn't ask how he looked.
Don't acknowledge it, Harvey. Don't acknowledge it.
Harry just
If you
same.
ignore him, he goes away. If you
Harry's just
ignore
like
him, he
same
goes
day, same, same shit. German driver license? No, it's American. American. I don't like this thing sticks out too far. We gotta trim the shaft, guys. It's just too big to work with, you know.
You're circumcised.
I mean, basically, what's gonna have to happen here. See, bro, there's so much humor in game dev and everything. Welcome. I'm so glad you finally arrived.
When you're losing
Your
your
bus,
shit, yeah.
your bus took a long time to get here, but I'm glad you could arrive. It took a long
You know
time
how
for me to
bad that
jump in front of.
sounds,
It took
dude?
a lot of times that I had to jump in front of this bus just to get it to make it this stop. But you're here, man. You're here.
Yeah, you're lucky. You're lucky I wasn't driving, bro.
I was isekai many times. Garkin, hello, welcome. You just need to learn the proper way to handle it. Try using both hands. I think if I grip this thing with both hands, it would be too long. I mean, it's 15 meters.
I mean, circumcision doesn't reduce reach. If in your case
Wait.
it did, that wasn't circumcision.
Wait, your circumcision didn't reduce your range?
No. The doctor has some shaky hands.
Must be what happened. Okay, this is cursed. Wait, there we go. Never mind. It's not too bad. But welcome back, Garkan. Hope you're doing well. Garkan? Garkan. Sorry, I was being optimistic. I was thinking Garkan, you know? Sorry. I'm alright. I think I've gotten it all out of my system now. Garkant, but Garkan. I like it. Oh my god, this camera. Art things?
I need to change the name.
What?
I need to change the name
Of what?
of the emote I just added.
I don't even see an emote.
Skill issue.
What does that even mean, dude? Is that a Sekiro reference?
What? No, I just like the face. The dog.
Yeah, is that your face that you made whenever I was... The bus driver was like, all right, you can get out at the stop.
No,
but
you
I was,
made a bad
I was,
pun, dude.
I was standing there waiting at the stop. Big dog.
The hell's going on with this website, bro? Why is it so bad? Why is 7 so bad, bro?
I don't know. Harvey, thank you. Yeah, no, I meant it.
Bro.
What?
70 be so bad.
Ooh. Well, I think this is good enough for now. Well, no, I want to put a roof on its place. We need a roof, guys. What the
This
hell is
emote's
the...
so good, but I can't find the option to change the name of the emote. Where is that? Why can I not see it?
Say that again?
Oh, okay, there we go. I got it. What can this be called?
Oh, you didn't remember how to rename something. That's what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay, big man. Happens to the best of us. $5.9? No, 6. 7. Oh, I accidentally just said 6, 7. That's what I needed. There we go. So the bottom part of the shaft needs to come down. Over 1, down 1. Yeah, it looks good. But then this box, entrance cutout. Okay. Go. I think we can probably just do... I hope this is the final version of the horror game aesthetic. Something about basic game object does cause a bit of fear. That's fair. Yeah, there are definitely some there are some... What's behind me? That's pretty good. Yeah, there's something about like unfinished stuff that it's like if you walked into a house and it was not finished, you know, there would be something off-putting about it. I have nowhere. Oh God, unfinished character model. Yeah. Yep. Why is it over there? That's weird. There we go. Look at that. It's beautiful. This works. You know what? I'm just gonna call it the tunnel piece. So the shaft now has a extra piece in the tip there of it. So it doesn't, it covers up the indentation. This is pretty good. I actually want to, let's do some interesting things. So we're gonna generate the collision. Gonna generate a collider real quick for this guy. We're gonna generate a collider for this guy. And then the floor. So this is for the power area. For the station itself, so this is disabled. So instead, I'm gonna do local boundary. Then we're not gonna do this. We're just gonna do a simple collision box, I guess. Then expand them. Songs that make you cry. You don't like this, or I mean, well, it's not that you don't like the song. It's such a good song, though. Yeah, my playlist is all over the place, man. It's... Hey, look, we got Teenage Wasteland now. See? The newbie floor drawing? You're gonna be like my #1 hate watcher very soon, Dejego. It's insane. That's why fear and cries. It'll be okay. In fact, we're going to do 0 .-1. 0 -0.1. Is that up or down? I think that's in line with the... Oh, 1. There we go. No, it's fine. I'm just joking to Jago. There we go. All right, so we just... Oh, there's still a world boundary. Oh, God. Also, the player is completely jacked right now. Let's go ahead and put the player over here. I guess you could say that 10 is really gaming the system. I like you, Fluffy. That's why we get along so well. So let's just go ahead and disable the world boundary. There we go. That was a horror game in and of itself. The hell happened there? I generated the collider for the floor. Right? What? Yeah. I mean, let's see. I'm confused though as to why did we fall through the floor? Because there's a collider here, so. Oh, I'm an idiot, man. Static body. Can you have multiple? Oh, I think you can. Oh, that's really neat. Collision colliders. It was not. There was no physics body for it to. Huh. Oh. Okay. The stairs, the lip of the stairs is too high for my player to walk up. So we're gonna lower the whole building by a little bit. So we're gonna select everything and then just do. Sure, this is fine. There we go. All right. Yeah, and then we collide with everything down here. Perfect, yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh my god, the capsule is too small. Or too large. Our player is now too tall. There we go. Yeah. All right, cool. Anyway, this room I think is probably just a hair too big. That's a funny one. Cool. Yeah, and then we'll probably just do a slope, I imagine, for this. But all right, cool. Well, that's pretty cool, man. Hello, Stanky. Yes, this is Godot. Yep, Godot 4.6. That's what I'm making this in. Welcome. Yeah, any other questions? I'm more than happy to answer. I think this is just too long. Web dev, but I want to get into game dev as a hobby. Can't decide between Godot or Unity. Can try hand 2D style bullet hell. Godot's really good for 2D stuff. As far as I know, Unity is another good choice for 2D. Yeah. Godot's a bit immature when it comes to 3D, but 2D stuff, I mean, yeah. I would say if there's nothing outside of the game engine itself that's important to you, then I would try both. Just create something like super simple and both and see what you think. Because I mean, obviously, I love. I've used a little bit of Unity. Godot clicked with me a lot better. Granted, I used. I was much more interested in learning Godot than I was Unity, though. So a bit biased in that regard. So yeah, if you're kind of don't really care about which engine you use so much, I would definitely try and use something in both. Phase. Thank you for follow. Welcome. I love Bavarian sauerkraut. It's my favorite kind of sauerkraut. You like sauerkraut, Fluffy? Any tips on early game dev? I know basic 3D stuff, but very competent. But fairly competent in my programming skills. I know C#, Python. You could do C# so you could do C# in Godot. It's a bit more work and stuff, but you know, you get the benefit of all the benefits of C# and stuff. I don't know how much you know about Godot itself, but they have it's called GD script for Godot script, and it's just like Python. Instead of like def show PDA none like that, it's just this. So it's like void, kind of like C and stuff. Func, I don't know what other programs do func or languages do func, but yeah. So it's very close to Python. I mean, that is like one of the only differences from what I'm aware. Otherwise, the type's just like Python. So if you know Python, then you know you could leverage that knowledge That would be one thing to mention, I'd say. But other than like early game dev tips, none off the top of my head. I think it'd be good to stay organized. You could do like folder colors in Godot as well. That'll kind of help you stay organized. I kind of built a game template before I actually started making my own things, so I kind of already had a setup that I liked. But that's about it. There are some common directories that you make in Godot and such, but there's some like pixel art specific things that you'll want to do. I'm just gonna run through things because literally, I care more about you knowing about it than so much. Like it's good to just know of it and then not be intimately familiar. But there's a scaling mode, and it's important to set that to like integer if you're gonna do like pixel perfect stuff. Stretch mode, something that you'll want to probably look at. Making UI scale properly in your different windows. That's like the only other beginner thing I could think of. Other than that, just dive in. If you're gonna do Godot, that is. If you don't want to do any 3D, by the way, you see how there's the 3D tab up here. Something to help you feel maybe less overwhelmed with the options in Godot. You can actually go to your editor settings, editor features, and you can actually turn off the 3D editor here, and it just goes away up there. And then you can, you can't see this menu, hold on. I realized you couldn't see this. Give me a second. I'd add the scene to OBS and all that jazz. Editor features. There we go. Yeah. So basically you can actually disable the entire 3D editor here if you want. Like I actually normally disable the asset library just because I don't use it. So I just have exactly what I want at top. Whether or not you want the built-in game view, this is going to be in Godot. This is like Unity, where the game runs like embedded directly in the editor and stuff. And this is where you can actually just straight up disable like 3D stuff, all 3D nodes and stuff, and help you kind of. There are some other like 3D ones specifically, like I guess this, but might be the only one. But yeah, it's really nice because it's literally like you could disable all this stuff so you don't have to get mixed up with it when you're trying to learn. So there's that's not, I just disabled it for me. It's not what I want. There we go. But yeah, I'm gonna do 2D or 2.5. Don't care for 3. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, there's some stuff you could consider there. But that's about it. Thank you, Fluffy. But yeah, I love how I will say one thing that bothered me about Unity versus Godot, Stanky, is that literally Godot, you don't even install anything. You download the engine as an executable and you run it. And that's it. Yeah, I forgot to look up the one thing I told you guys that I was going to, try to figure out the song thing. But literally, like, I'm running the engine as an executable right now. That's just how you do it. And it's 163 megabytes. And that's it. You just launch it. Like you see my project, right? I don't have that much stuff. I don't have that much stuff going on here. But if I close the whole engine, all right, I'm gonna hit Godot. Okay, it launched. I select my project. I'm back. Of course, it depends on your machine. I have a pretty powerful machine. Depends on that. It's going to depend on how many assets and stuff it's importing. But that's one nice thing about it. So let's go back to this. So this is 3 meters, and then this was what? $8.4. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you have any Godot specific questions, I'm more than happy to answer and help you. Stanky, it's there's so much kind of stuff that I would want to explain that it'd just be overwhelming for you. I would just say get started, especially since you're confident in your programming abilities. I'd say dive in and see how things go for you. Make some kind of like minimum project. With both if you're, in between the engines, but that's about it. There are some really good 2D tutorials and stuff like Brackeys. Brackeys did a good he has some really good stuff, so I check him out. Like he's done some Godot stuff recently. I will also link that in the YouTube chat there. There's also Heartbeast. Heartbeast has also done some recent stuff that's very cool as well. So, but yeah, everyone says MMO is too hard as a solo dev. Thoughts on that? It's I don't think it's so much that it's too hard, Stanky. It's more that it's just the scope is so large that it's not realistic for one developer to achieve by them. That's the main thing. Like, it's not that it's necessarily too hard. Like, anyone could do it. It might take you a really long time. That's the main thing. And I mean, I would agree. Like, it's just such a large, the scope of that is just so large that whether or not it's realistic to do as a solo developer, but hey, you may be absolutely insane. Maybe a good and bad way, but yeah, so it just really depends. Hi, Vi, welcome back. Are Godot games also more lightweight than in their finished form? It's funny you ask. Godot actually is a little strange. Fluffy, thank you so much for the 200 bits.
Got a dip. Night, brother.
Have a wonderful night, Fluffy. Thanks again for stopping by. It was good to see you. Take care. 4-player co-op multiplayer. I think that's definitely doable in Godot. I want to make a multiplayer game. I wouldn't recommend starting with a multiplayer game unless you're okay with suffering, because you are. Multiplayer is a completely different beast compared to just making a game. So in my personal opinion, at least my path that I'm traveling is I'm going to make a solo game first. And if I want to make a multiplayer game at that point, I will. Having the knowledge gained from making a solo game. So that's just the thing. It's all about, it's all about that. Because multiplayer is just, all of a sudden your game becomes a lot more about data synchronization and event propagation, like making sure events take place on on both this guy, like the host and the clients, make sure that the hosts and clients are synced. You have to figure out, okay, what things do I want synced? How often do I want to sync them? And the errors and stuff that you're going to receive are probably going to be a lot less helpful. Well, maybe not necessarily a lot less helpful, but just more complex, because it's going to be harder to trace it. Because okay, this was a client problem, but why did it happen on the client? Wait a minute, the host sent an event to the client when it shouldn't have. So now all of a sudden you go back to the host. So that's the hard part is just the complexity. So, but Vile, you asked about the. I need to actually and install a 4.6 stable export template. I'll export my game real quick, Fluffy, just so you see what I have here in front of me, and I'll tell you the size of it. One interesting thing that I recently learned about Godot is that it does not like preemptively trim resources for you. So if a resource is in your project, like pick textures, it's going to get exported with your game even if it's not used. So if it's been imported, it's going to export it. So that's not cool. But there's a feature in Godot that oh, okay. I was wondering what happened. The download just it's struggling to download the template right now. The download just keeps pausing. So, but like, let me see here. I might actually have a build. Oh, I do have a build. So I have a build right now. It's 90 megabytes. So I mean that's not a small game, right? If you're interested though, this is a blog that I was reading about how to minify Godot build size. So he gets so he's reached the final one to be 5.37 megabytes. Very small. I'll link that in the YouTube side as well. But yeah, so definitely check that out if you're interested. I guess that's the problem when people download entire asset libraries. That's another thing, is I think people don't think about maybe, you know, what they're downloading, and things get a little out of control. But there we go. Delete some of these old things here. All right, export. So I'm going to export the project. I'm not going to do export debug, save. All right, so I'd exported it. It's 99.6 megabytes now. So, I mean, it's probably going to grow a decent amount as you put things into it. So, I mean, you can see I literally have just gray boxed. I mean, that's all that's happened here. I got a lot of other stuff that's able to be deleted now in regards to like my buildings. Like I could delete this whole thing here, but I'm not yet. So gave me Unity 75. Yeah, exactly. So like there's definitely a lot of things to be optimized here. But the other thing is I think it's probably exporting like these add-ons that I don't need. But I think specifically when you go to export, yeah. Okay. So hold on, let me also add another OBS scene to show you what I'm looking at here. Just give me a second. Hi Jesus, welcome back. How did you come up with the map design? I'll show you. I had a reference image that I liked a lot. Some of it's just how I want it to be. Some of it is, based on what I've actually seen. Real life is a great example. There we go. I don't know why this isn't in the middle of my screen, but oh, that's the editor. Whoops. There we go. All right. So yeah, this is like your normal options and stuff. But if you go to resources, this is the main thing here. So export selected scenes and dependencies, resources, etc. So you can also do this. So like export all resources. And I'm assuming you could just say like I want to exclude all my add-ons. But in my case, I actually wouldn't want to do this. Because, for example, my game would crash because it would delete the logger. Well, I use the logger, so can't do that. Yeah. So proto shape, ridiculous, like, all this stuff I wouldn't actually need. In fact, let me go ahead and export it. Also, like the models, like I'm not using any models right now. So actually, I'll just change that one thing. No add-ons. There we go. Let me look here. So no add-ons is the same size. No, the pack file's smaller by 2 megabytes. We saved 2 megabytes. So, because I forgot it is actually exporting a pack file too. So anyway, that's something to keep in mind. Yeah, it's like 106 megabytes basically. So alrighty. That was it, right? Oh, you asked about how I came up with the design. I just try and sketch stuff. My friend actually helped come up with this design here. Basically a house like here, house here. But this inspiration came from this, like these images. That's Brutalist architecture references. This is the actual Arctic like references here. But specifically, you see this layout. This is what kind of inspired me. So I'm gonna make a bigger building here. It's gonna look like this more so. That's gonna be here, and then you got more of a rectangular kind of research thing, and then I'm assuming I'm gonna have a building over there. We'll see. May just be kind of a little power thing, but yeah. Yep, that's how. Jesus. All right. I think this is fine. Especially box. I'll make it there, I guess. What? Well, something got messed up. This shouldn't. I don't know why this is a problem all of a sudden. Kanban board or anything? No. The moment, the only thing I have is like I have a to do that's also gonna go away. Oh yeah, I was testing. Whoa. Stuff. But no, I have a Trello board that I'll probably use for like keeping track of user like playtest stuff, but that's about it. What the hell happened here? I don't know why, because even if I reload the project, this is still gonna be a problem. This happened to me before. It's like somehow I got in its head that there's a collision now, because it like it's like it imported a scene, right? Like this level or world scene is the command line, yeah. Yeah, see, like somehow it got in its head that it needed to load this. And so because I just copied and pasted them. Yeah. I've just been kind of making random notes in Obsidian so far. I've been thinking about making more elaborate organized notes. Yeah. I mean, I think it definitely helps. There's a Kanban specific plugin for Obsidian as far as I'm aware. Yeah, this. So I've thought about using this before. So you just download it? Yeah, yep, exactly. Yeah, that's what I thought about trying as well. So you have to let me know how you like it. got we main chat is just stairs now. I like it in the Discord. Currently misuse Obsidian as an address. I mean, I think Obsidian's great for whatever you want to use it for. Let me go ahead and relaunch the game. Okay, so too small. New chat channel for thread specific for stairs. Hi, Nicholas. How's it going? AD Bless? Yeah. How are you doing? Is the game done yet? Yeah. Yep. I don't think I want them. They're not gonna be a meter like that. Ah, it busted. Nice. Is this the sequel? Yes. Why don't you do directly an asset prefab? I mean, I guess for this one I could, actually. You're right. Typically I don't do it Yeah, typically I don't do it. Yeah, no, that's a good point. We'll do it for this one actually. Um. No, I agree. The prefab. I don't know how I want to organize this. Yeah, I feel like this should be under a build. I feel like this should just be under buildings too. Fine. We'll do cellar. We want to create a new scene. We'll call it cell. Cell. And then we will make it a CSG box. Actually, we're gonna remake this guy to CSG combiner type. Go. Box 0.5, 0.34. And now we'll just instantiate, was it Control Shift A, cell. Oh, I don't want to sneeze. I think I'm okay. Control D, Control D, Control D. Have you seen the player counts on Helldivers 2 lately? No, but why did we never play that? Did you? Well, I mean, I did. Did you never play it? You're always too busy for me, man. You did? I did too. We just never played? You're always too busy for me. 130k daily is insane, though. It's crazy how many cool updates they've made. I want to play it again, so I would be interested at some point. Same thing to say. I'm the one who's too busy. Let's move the player down. I'm tired of walking. Oh, look, a song at ricocheted. Where's the player body? Why is the player so massive? Oh, the flashlight. This room's way too big. In that video I sent you? The Crimson Desert one? No. Are you talking about the... Oh, okay. No, I was on my phone. The map features is ridiculous. I wonder that game felt like massive feature creep to me, but it's weird because it's like they're pulling it off, you know? Their pattern should be. I'm gonna put the panel over here. The end. The old panel we have. In fact, I'll go ahead and add that bad boy here. Panel. That power panel. What's Rakish into my playlist? Cooking, farming, cooking, fishing, base building, mining, forestry. Good lord. Makes sense to Jago. Are from BDO, so they already have the systems, huh? Chad, I gotta take a quick 3-minute break for ads. Run for keep pre-rolls out for everyone, so I'll take a short break so you guys don't miss anything. Nicholas, I was gonna say something to you before I walk away here for ads. What was it? Oh, did you see the Black Myth Wukong thing with Most Pallone? That's great. Yeah, did you see the Black Myth Wukong thing? That's literally all it is like a detailed fish cooking video. Like they're just it's of people cooking, like a lady cooking with like things, and then it shows like one brief moment of something towards the end, and people were saying that it literally means that they were cooking is what they were trying to come across with. Very strange. Anyway, all right, be right back. All right, I'm back. Thanks for waiting. Let's continue. Ooh, I won. Those container-sized cells are actually really cool looking.
Are you talking to me?
Whoa, you scared me, bro. No, it's not a chat.
Talking to me?
Go back to the
Yeah,
corner, Rakish.
some big containers, bro. You want to be about that big?
What do you mean? I think they're good, bro. It's gotta house a lot of stuff, man.
Yeah.
Legitimately.
Yeah.
You've been kind of rude right about now.
Right about now, it's just so cringe to me that.
What is they right about now?
Yeah.
That's
French boy.
hey yo. I love how it tickles me whenever I say something so much that at some point you adopt the mannerism. It's absolutely hilarious.
Is it?
Yeah. I mean, it's like it's the best thing ever, man. I'm like mission
I'll make
accomplished.
the cells deeper.
Okay.
You know?
God damn it! I put left, right, top. You'd make them deeper? Jesus.
Yeah.
Really?
I think this place doesn't feel cramped enough. It needs to feel cramped.
Oh yeah, no.
okay?
I was gonna suck in the room a little bit.
I will still make them deeper.
Okay, yeah, no, I think that's fine. Something happened.
I'll do both.
Godot did not like. I like into your speed run. Into your speed run? Oh. What speed run? Rounded batteries? Since you made a YouTube video? Oh, cutting a hole. I'll have to look at it later. That's funny. So for these, they're more like cages, if you will. It's fine. Don't worry about that too much. Pointer is interesting. I don't know if there's a way to make that innately more pointy or not. Figure that out. I do think the room should probably be a little bit. How much is it? How much should I just shrink it by? Almost a full meter. I mean, no, that's gonna have to be enough. So what is those here? No, it'd be here. Yeah. Um. You know what? I don't even need to do that. I just realized it doesn't matter because this guy is, yeah, all we did was shrink it anyway. So if we want to expand it again, we can. Okay. Well, there should be a third row or not. Fire extinguisher? It's okay. There's snow everywhere, Djago. So technically, there's water everywhere. You know, and I don't foresee any grease fires here, so it'll be okay. There is no oil here. Why is my power panel? My power panel feels massive now that Why does the power panel feel so large? No, that's what I'm saying. There's no lipids. That's okay. Uh-oh. Wait, why is my power panel broken? Power panel, what happened to you? Why are you broken? Buddy? Oh, interaction requirements. I forgot. Duh. In fact, battery cells burn because they react with moisture in there. Yeah, it makes them pretty dangerous, I'd imagine. I like the feel of this so far. This is kind of what I was going for. Because let's actually storyboard a bit. Storyboard is something that we have neglected a bit recently. But our storyboard is going to be a little different now. This would be our old storyboard. Like all of this is old now. Yeah, that could be the exact same thing, but it'll be all right. I changed. Maybe we won't storyboard yet because I'm gonna have to rewrite everything for the storyboard, but that's okay. I just want to get a rough idea for some of this, so we don't have to worry about that just yet. But that's gonna really be one of the next things I should do. Honestly, this kind of general thing here is not too bad. I like it. Yeah. Seal containers completely suffocate them since the EVs after damage can recatch fire in months. Man. That's crazy. Oh. Peak song? I think Rakish added it, right? Rakish?
Yeah. I have to turn your stream up.
What? That's fine. I'll turn it up for me too, bro.
No, no, no.
No.
I have you
Uh-huh.
muted on stream because I'm listening to you on Discord. You want me to listen to you twice?
Yes. Don't
I think
you
listening
enjoy?
to you once is punishment enough.
I'll give you 5 seconds to retract that statement.
No, also I think I'm a little too loud on stream.
Oh.
You're falling apart, man. You used to be a professional streamer.
But look at the seamless fade. Jesus.
What's in this fade? Jesus
Oh my! The
Christ,
batteries.
my eyes.
The batteries.
They're about to go critical, dude. Oh yeah, Harvey, dude, it's peak. It's peak. The entire hybrid theory album is peak.
We got a tech demo going on now.
Tim was hating on a Tool song yesterday.
What? Oh, you talking about Stinkfist?
I'm gonna add Stinkfist lately.
No, hell no. I'm gonna remove Stinkfist, bro.
But you don't even know what the song's actually about, dude. You
I know enough
you
about
just latched onto the one thing.
Yes.
No, you just latched
enough,
onto
dude.
one thing. And
No, it's enough.
No. That's crazy.
It's enough, man.
That's crazy, dude. That's crazy.
It's enough, bro.
Stinkfist is peak, dude.
Good lord,
It's
bro.
peak.
You need to calm down, Ragish.
No. Bro, it's a song about addiction and how
Yeah,
and
he's
hunger.
addicted to Stinkfist, bro.
No, it's about hunger. It's about how nothing is ever
My
enough.
man is addicted to Stinkfist, dude.
No, bro. I might give you a stink fist.
I don't think you can say that.
Why not? In Minecraft.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, now make all those lights red.
I'm trying to do...
Undo what you just did.
I can see the sun. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out... A single light for every cell? What? Why? Good lord. Man, I'm surprised that actually pumps out so much freaking... there we go. It's a little bit. Light's a performance killer? Oh, I mean, it's fine. It's gonna be cold. It's out of sight, out of mind. I don't even think this will be being rendered though if it's down here. But I'd probably not do this anyway. I'd probably use the way I normally would do it is probably like a material. Yeah, I mean, it still needs to be calculated, sure. But I mean, at what point are you compromising on what the game's supposed to be versus performance? I want to make sure everything is as performant as possible for people, you know, because I like to just make it things efficient, right? Like I like things to be that way. But at the same time, unless like I'd rather make it, look at it, and then optimize for performance, and then see that it is a problem. If it is at some point, then be like, okay, let me cut back on this or something like that, right? Or at that point, make it, you know, in settings or something versus like very high, high, medium, low. You know what I mean? But I mean, like, I imagine there's not going to be much going on in the whole scene in general, so 16, or how many cells do we have? Yeah, so no, 32. 32 lights, I feel like. Fine. How much light simulations can be enabled? Around 16. Yeah, I mean, it'll probably, like I said, be done. I don't know the difference between doing it through a light and also just having like a little bulb, for example, like a little sphere. Right? Status light, basically. And then on this material, have a standard material, have this and then have emission turned on. Tube lighter kind of point in the room, use material emission. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand what's because I mean the thing is that I'm just testing out the look of things. I mean, nothing. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Yeah, see, like that's what I'm going for anyway, right? Like I'm just messing around, but that's pretty cool. Like it's expensive with shadows, yeah. Since shadow path must be calculated, the bigger light, more distance it costs. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. That's cool though. So neat, man. Even ambient occlusion too. Amount of light, ambient light that affects light. I don't know what the difference. I don't know what this does. Is there GPU instancing? Like sharing a resource? Or what? Like not duplicating something if it doesn't need to be duplicated, or Yeah, so we can always delete this. So basically, yes, and GV knows zero exists only once, not creating. Yeah, yeah. So by default, resources are shared unless you make them unique. So, yeah. Oh, because pretty neat. Anyway, let's just go ahead and delete that. This is already the look that I wanted from those, at least. What life forms are available in Godot? Directional omni lights, which is what I was just showing. So directional, omni, and spot, and then you can do global illumination with like light maps and stuff. Or this is just supporting global illumination. Sorry, yeah, the types of light specifically are just directional, omni, and spot. Aerial or tube form, yeah. So that should probably just be like omni light. I mean, if I wanted to do, I don't know. Yeah, because I don't think, like, I don't know for a tube and stuff how you would structure it. You know what I mean? Like, because I mean, imagine like a tube light. I mean, I guess a tube light could actually work as an omni light because it could just, yeah, it's gonna reflect. Yeah. But I don't really know because like, in theory, you could just emit. I guess you would have the emissive texture, which wouldn't necessarily be emitting. Like, it wouldn't actually be emitting the light. It would just be that's the thing that I'm a little confused about in regards to emission versus actual lights and stuff. Excuse me. Status light. Yeah, no, I mean that's literally what I was gonna experiment with here. It's very easy to do. Um. Uh. Um. Um. Ah, man, this Vim thing kills me sometimes. Come on now. Can it give it to me as an actual color, please? I don't understand why that happens. Like, what is happening there? Copy value paste. Yeah, see, it's not copying this color properly. I don't understand why. You should literally. Oh, there we go. It's just a skill issue, guys. Just a skill issue. Hello, waterfall. Damn colors and their transparency. I know. This is how could Godot do this to me? It's definitely not me. If it this is just temporary, so material. Oh. Oh. No, whatever. Because ideally you use it. Yeah, ideally you would use a. Let's just do if rand f equal approx rand f. Or no, we want just greater than. We're just gonna do that. What was I gonna say? I don't remember what I was gonna say. Anyway. Oh, normally I think normally I do this with a timer. I think that'd probably be better to do the timer. Not sure why this isn't working. What's this happening too fast? Yeah, I don't know. Also, you've been programming for 5 years now. Makes a lot of sense. Oh, really? Waterfall? Why is that? For 5 years? Why? Why 5? Did I mention something? Is this? Why I closed the game? Oh shit. That's hilarious. Damn. Yeah, overriding. That's so funny. Wow. All because of that? That's hilarious. Wow. That was happening because I was updating the material every... Well, yeah, that was because I was updating the material of an object. How many times a second? We have 32 times 60. 1,920 times a second. We were updating. Yeah. Updating the material. Too often? Yeah, well, no, it's just not a good way to do it anyway. I'm just curious, though. I don't know why this isn't working. You said 5 years last stream? Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, it's... I think long... I've been... Oh, yeah. Yeah, because I used 5 years as like an estimate, because I kind of like... Because, I mean, I think it's technically like 7, but I wasn't programming like heavily for many years. Only recently now, yeah. You're basically like thinking every other frame. No, this physics process... Well, physics process is 60 times a second. It's locked to 60 times a second. Process is locked to the frame rate. I'm just confused, though, why it's never flipping the light. Well, we know it's flipping the light, actually. Sorry. I don't know why, I'm an idiot. We're not changing the emission. We're changing the color. Ah, now it looks like a server room. Cool. It's like a disk IO indicator, you know? Anyway. Pretty cool. It almost looks like they're... Oh, yeah, they're synced because... Yeah, that's the only other thing is you wouldn't want them to be synced, but that's fine. You would... Yeah, random seed, yeah. Actually, I could do that. I could do get... See, this would just be easier with a timer at this point. I'll just do it the way I would normally do it. Status light timer. Sure, yeah. This is just... I mean, it took 2 seconds to do and see. This should actually be... Yeah. That should actually be like a bit better. Interesting that it's not... Well, I actually do this. We'll actually do one shot, and then we'll start it back manually, so that way we can do it another random time. Oh, they're all synced still. What? I thought every time these generated a random number, though, it would change. Like I could it's seeded currently, right? It's gonna be a deterministic random number, but weird. Maybe, whatever. Randomize, yeah. Yeah, we could do actually. We'll do seed. So sets the seed for random number. Yeah. What? Randomize the seed. Huh? Oh. Well, I guess that actually makes a lot of sense. We just need to randomize every time before we do it, right? Am I just no? What? No, this shouldn't. This is like all sorts of wrong. I'm wondering if it's like, is this because we're not doing the time? Starts the timer, resets the timer for the fail. This value is used for the wait time. Yeah. This times 10 doesn't make any sense that it's actually happening though. Oh, we don't even actually need to auto start. Yeah, actually we will auto start. Sorry. Yeah, that's weird. Anyway, I'm getting a little distracted now. I shouldn't worry about this so much. I just wish I understood what's going on here, though. Because if we do randomize right before it... Oh. Okay. Yeah. So I think instead of doing it this way, which that still doesn't work. What? I think it's because they're all generating the next random number. Like... That's just weird, man. Because this should... Yeah, between 0 and 1. Multiplying it times 10, because I want to wait in like seconds, but whole seconds, but... What? Auto start. Oh my god, we put one shot? No, one shot's fine. Yeah, I don't know anyway. It doesn't matter that much to me. So, oh guys. Okay, so you remember how you can't... Okay, so remember the whole instance thing? That's what's happening here. I guarantee you. So if we do make unique here, or sorry, local to scene, is it? Resource local to scene. If we do local to scene, I think this works. I always forget that. There you go. Look. See? Yeah. Yeah, it was because it wasn't local to scene. So all of them were being edited. Pretty cool, right? It's very easy to forget that, at least for me. All right, pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty neat though that how easy you can do some stuff. I would use a timer though. I mean, I don't know how I feel about creating a timer for every individual node, but I think that's perfectly fine. I mean, I don't have to care about performance or anything for timers for this many nodes, but yep. Cool. It's like the emission. Oh no, the green's just completely different. Yeah. The green's just like much brighter. Anyway, we're getting a little distracted. Commit some stuff. Add. Cool. Anyway, calm down, Ragish. You don't even know what you're talking about. Why did it flashbang me?
Because you deserve it.
I mean, we have a lot of things here. Now you gotta make me sneeze, man.
I imagine like the flashbang coming from the emote preposterous.
Oh yeah, true. Maybe I have that thing where you're like you have to sneeze when you get exposed to sunlight all of a sudden.
Maybe.
There were the reverse flashbang. I'll just it'll be a negative light. I like it. This is Ragish's fault anyway, chat, because yes.
Bro, it's not. Don't talk to me. I would have had this room designed. In 20 minutes.
Now I sound like Nicholas. You know? He always does that. You know what I mean?
What does he do?
Do I like Subnautica? I do. Subnautica's a really neat game. I've played both Subnautica and Subnautica Below Zero. I'm looking forward to Subnautica too. I watched a devlog recently of them working on their multiplayer stuff. Um, I forgot I don't have textures for the rest of this stuff, but that's fine, I guess. How about you, HG? Do you like Subnautica? Um, I mean, I wonder. I wonder if I should actually make like a building for this to be in instead. And we just end up we end up actually making a power building, and like you just go down here later on. And the power panel's actually upstairs. I like the idea though that you have to go in this creepy place to interact with the power panel. And I don't really know what other stuff I'd put in the building. It's just like I feel like it's gonna be a little strange without a third building.
We can make up a third building.
I don't know what I put in the third building.
Also, would you want the third place to be an actual building or just a structure?
I'll take trick questions for
No, like in the pictures that you see in the summit base, one of the things that you see is not an actual building. It's the generators. They're like outdoor generators. They just have two of them and they're fucking massive.
Yeah.
But they're not actually a building. Like those two. Those two are not actual buildings. Like go back up.
Okay.
That's down.
Dude, I'm gonna
I'm
gonna lose it if you gotta remember there's a delay.
You. Go off, dude.
How much further?
Right there. Below the dome, the sphere.
Oh, okay,
picture.
yeah. Oh, you think that's a generator? I don't think that's a generator.
I'm 99.9% sure those are generators. Those are not
I guess
actual
it may
buildings
actually
that they
look like
block.
it, yeah.
I don't see any fucking doors in that, dude.
No, I guess that makes sense. They're like maybe
I
like
think
the
those are
generator
actual
cells.
straight up like
That Jago
yeah, I think they're like two small containers that have the generators and shit.
Yeah.
Cause think about the scale of a person on those stairs. That would be like the size of a bathroom, dude.
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
I'm 99% sure those are just the Jennies, the Johnnies.
No.
Yeah. So do you want a structure or do you want a building?
I don't know how else I would do it other than literally have the only thing that I've come up with is having it where there's the entrance and you go down. That's literally the only thing I've come up with. I don't know how else I'd want to
separate from this. It's separate from this.
Oh, for
answer my goddamn question.
I don't know how to answer your question.
You want a third thing, right? In the map.
But what's going to go in the power building if the power doesn't go in the power building, you know?
Ignore this. This is the power building. It's done. This is a separate thing. This is its own thing. This is
auxiliary generators out in the open at the moment, but I was okay with that.
Do you want a building that the player can go into, or do you just want the structure?
I like something. I think it's more interesting to add more places for the player to go into. Because you can do things.
So you want a building that people can go into. Okay. Okay. So what else would make sense in a place like this to have? There's many things that could be here. You don't have to limit it to like what they have at some station or whatever, or you don't have to limit it to like you can make shit up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what is something? Do you think, for example, that it would make sense to have comms in its own place, its own small building for communication? Since we're in a place where there's no satellite phone, and there's no power lines that go from the city to here. So it would make sense that communications are taken somewhat seriously. It would make sense that there is a place that has a fairly powerful antenna. I'm not saying 400-foot tower, but a fairly powerful 20-30 feet antenna, so you can make sure that you can establish communications no matter what, right? Even even though there's gonna be bad storms where the whole point is like, oh, we lost communications, the idea is to maintain comms at least throughout most of the weather, or at least
Yeah.
through mild
I
weather.
guess they actually do need to have some kind of dish or something. Yeah, I guess I could actually make a comm building because like at the moment there's no way for them to get back. I mean, the comm building though, I feel like would be pretty small.
Yeah, it could
And
be
it might
small. It
be
could be
weird to
simple.
have like a really small bit because I don't want to make a building the size of like these generator things, you know?
So you want it to be a bigger building, something that they can run around in and shit.
I mean, at least like probably at least 3 rooms. They could be small rooms, but like there's got to be something to it. I feel like, you know. Otherwise, it'd just be
Okay,
weird to be like,
so-
you
so
walk
we have
in.
two
I mean,
options.
well, actually, I don't know. I mean, you could walk in. There's just a desk, something like a terminal, and that's basically it. Like a radio or something.
Because here's the thing, right? I think I feel like it's excusable because the whole idea is that that is the comms building. Comms are
Yeah.
important, very important. So there's a tower above it. There are dishes and radars and shit and things. Maybe even it has its own like auxiliary power, like small auxiliary power, even so that if something does happen, the whole idea is that they still have comms, right, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, or we can think of something else, right? We don't have to
Yeah.
decide right now. And third option, um, we can divide the big house, make the big house smaller, but at the same time, I feel like the big house looks really good as is.
Uh huh.
So I wouldn't want to like break it up.
Yeah.
But we can think of other things then. Let's see.
I mean,
Oh,
I think
are you gonna have an outdoor? Are you gonna have an outdoor garage like they do in the Summit Station?
I should probably. Yeah, you know what? There definitely needs to be some kind of building with the vehicles in it.
Because you gotta remember, it's not just a couple snowmobiles. You know, this is a semi-permanent fixture.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
would make sense to have like a small digger. What's the one that has a little, not excavator, the one that like scoops shit up, scooper, a fucking track scooper, whatever it's called. I don't remember.
Cat.
Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
whatever. One of those small ones that you
Yeah.
see people fucking doing backward wheelies and shit on.
Backhoe. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. The back
No.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it actually makes
Well,
a lot
makes
of sense. Yeah. About time, dude. That's what I pay you for, man.
I might kill you, dude.
In Minecraft chat.
Minecraft in Factorio and Satisfactory everywhere there.
So where would the garage be? I think the garage be up here.
Ooh. Okay, these are the infrastructures that are part of the Greenland Summit Station.
Uh-huh.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
The big house, which
Yeah.
is the main lodge.
Yeah.
The greenhouse,
Yeah. I figured they'd probably have some
which
kind of
is
green.
a smaller structure for serves as secondary emergency medical clinic area, recreation space, and actually growing crops and stuff, right?
Yeah.
The AWU, Atmospheric Watch Observatory, which I'm guessing that we already have that. That's the
Atmospheric what?
The Atmospheric Watch Observatory, the AWU.
Yeah.
That's where all the actual weather is
Don't tell
done.
Tay. Yeah.
The MSF, Mobile
Oh, right.
Science Facility.
Yeah.
The SMG, the Summit Mobile Garage, that has the heavy equipment, the snowmobiles, the Arctic trucks,
Yeah.
the generator modules, which are self-contained power generation units, and then separate the science and ice drilling sites, which don't really fit this context because there's not really a lot of
Yeah.
ice.
Yeah.
And that's like the main ones. That's not counting the tool shed where they keep like tons of shovels and spare flag poles and shit. The trash heap, the big square thing where they put all the trash, the food, the cold food storage,
Yeah. Well,
and the house.
yeah.
Like, there's a ton of stuff that are missing. These are like the main things. That,
Yeah.
like, yeah. So there's still cold food storage, the trash area.
Yeah. I mean, oh yeah. Is that the tires lower pressure just because of the? I mean, because I was mainly thinking of having track based vehicles here at Jaga.
Lower
Those
air
are some cool
pressure on
things.
tires makes them wider. So
Yeah.
it makes them
Yeah. That's what I was
have more
saying because it looked like the tire was lower, but it was on concrete and like grass nearby. So, although I guess if the soil's soft, are track based mics? Yeah. I was just saying that I think I'll probably be doing track based stuff. Yeah, that's a cool little one. Track based one. I think I like the idea of the garage being here. I mean, there could be like a greenhouse style thing, but I wasn't really too keen on it.
Yeah,
I was thinking, I was thinking more of like because this is so because like the reason they have that is because it's far away, right? And it's very remote, like it's hard to get to. Or what this place is in the fictional world, like if they needed some supplies all of a sudden, like it's within reason that they could get the supplies, right?
Yeah.
Like there are routine kind of things that happen where it's not like, and they would have food stored just in case for an emergency anyway.
Yeah, well, but not only that, but in my head, this is a somewhat of a low maintenance station.
Yeah, it's not a because there's only 5 people too.
Because
so like,
you would have to have someone tending to this place, and
yeah.
So it doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the more individual buildings you have and stuff. I mean the more people you have, the more capability you have for responsibility for like there's someone like you started talking about. Someone's tending to the greenhouse, someone's doing research, someone's tending to the vehicles. But the more people you have, the more supplies you need. So it makes sense that all of a sudden you have to, have people that do one specific job.
Dude, I kind of like this. Big house, research, garage, the power of the sign.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do some kind of. Well, yeah. What if that people are the supplies? Yeah, that'd be messed up. Alrighty, chat. I gotta take a short 3-minute break. Let ads run the Twitch side to keep pearls off for everyone. So I'll take a short break so you guys don't miss a thing. Be back in like 3 minutes while I stretch. All right. I am back. Thanks for waiting. Um, we're gonna have the power building more like over here. So research is gonna be like here. Mudroom is there. Yeah, okay. Who died? I don't know. I think Rakish might have suffered another incident of me. Oh god, there's way too many things here. All right. So let's see if we're here. Yeah, I think that makes sense to walk over this way. Okay, and then what happened to you? Oh, you are that side. I think that makes sense. Yeah, so we'll walk over. Okay. Yep. Whisper Cat Edition? uh oh, Careless Whisper? Is that what you're talking about? Oh god, what is that? All right. I like the sizing. Okay. Well, let's come up with a bit of a garage here. Forgot the name of the song. Yeah, Careless Whisper. So we got the station. We got the power. Hey, Scott, welcome back. It's going well. How'd your game go? We realized that there are a couple more buildings to add. Um, um, so I'm not gonna do a couple of these. So this mobile science facility, we don't need these two. We don't need an observatory. We don't need a greenhouse. The mobile garage, we're gonna do the generator modules. We've already done. Big house, we've already done. This we've already done, and then we don't. The drilling sites, I wouldn't mind. But yeah, horrible. Good night to drink, but got another drink. Uh-oh. What do you normally drink? Or like to drink, at least. So yeah, we're basically making a garage. Got to figure out the layout, though. I'm assuming we'll probably have vehicles come out this way. Ooh. Okay. No, I guess that's fine. Um. Uh. uh no. Because if this is underground, the power building, right? It wouldn't make sense for vehicles to travel over it. I don't think so, at least. Like, why would we definitely wouldn't do it this way, at least, because, like, there'd be no reason for because I'm thinking of making the garage face this way. So, like, because I don't want it to face this way, because then it wouldn't make sense to have, like, these kind of more traveled paths have an indentation in the snow. It'd be more of, like, I mean, I guess I could go this way, but my idea is that, I guess this could actually be the approach. How do I want the base to appear to the player when they first see it?
Oh, they gotta see the big house first, bro.
Yeah, so maybe this is
If the
actually how
garage
they.
is north,
Maybe this is how
I
they
would
kind of
make them
go.
approach from southwest.
Like it basically be like this, southwest.
If the
I mean, they
garage
could
is
just approach.
north
They could just approach from the west.
or the west, yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be good for them to come from the left here. So, I mean, the only thing I don't like about that as much is they not gonna. I feel like one of the things that would be good to do is to see the entrance of the big house from your approach. Because I originally thought about you coming from this direction, but. But the thing is if you're coming on vehicle, then hmm.
Does it matter to choose that at this point?
Well, I'm thinking. I mean, it matters to me because I'm just thinking about the direction of the garage that I want the garage to face. I guess I don't have
I
to decide at
mean,
the moment.
it doesn't necessarily have to be like an easy thing of like they arrive and they can like immediately go to the garage.
No, it's not even that. It's just that I don't know which direction I want the garage to face. That's the problem. Feel me?
I don't think that should be determined by the direction from where the player will be coming from.
I mean,
I
I
think
want
just that
I
should
want the
just be
player.
facing
I want the player to
wherever.
feel. I want the thing is though is I'm thinking about the first moment, and I want it to hit exactly how I want it to hit, and part of that's probably seeing the garage door in the distance, whether or not the person even looks at it. But like, I want it to be in the visual. I want it to be visual. You know.
You want to see the garage. What all do you want them to see?
Well, my idea at the moment is that they kind of. I mean, well, what all they want. I mean, part of me feels like I should make it where they come. They're on kind of an incline, so like they're actually on like a bit of a raised piece of terrain, and they come down.
And see everything from above.
Yeah, they kind of see like this overall kind of place, you know.
To do that, you need to keep in mind that all the hill or mound that the player is on would have to be at minimum as tall as the tallest building.
Right, right. I mean, it'd probably be like 20 meters or something.
That's pretty tall.
I mean, it'd be like a slope, you know, it'd be like a gentle incline. So,
Yeah,
because like I'm just kind of thinking like, right,
fairly tall.
like a little, like imagine. Hello, Josh. Welcome back. Pretty Crazy Resident Evil 9 comes out in less than 2 weeks. Oh, really? I need to play some of the other Resident Evils. I haven't done that. Like, imagine basically, well, yeah, like imagine. Okay, so like imagine basically this, right? And the terrain is declining towards the base. So there's kind of like, you know, like a, you know, there's a path, it makes sense for vehicles to be able to kind of do whatever here because they can go this way, they can do whatever they want. It's called kind of relatively more flat all through here. Yeah. So my idea is that the player could basically approach and be standing here. Or not standing here necessarily, but like, you know, maybe a little bit further back. Right. And they're on because it could be far enough away. I mean, it could even be like more like relative to the base. It could be like this. And there's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like this, right? Where there's a little bit of a lip here, or there's a little bit more of an incline on this specific part. So the player kind of hits this point, and they get to see the whole base. They're like, whoa, okay, I see it in the distance. You know, I can kind of try and nail whatever initial impression I am of the aesthetic. And then they're like, all right, well, screw that. And then they, you know, basically like pull around, and then this is where they can kind of go ahead and path into the garage now, right? Like there's a path. They could try and travel here first or something, but their objective is going to be probably like, you know, pull the vehicle up to maybe, you know, maybe there's like a glowing ring here or something. I don't know how I'll do it.
How hand-holdy do you want to be? Because that sounds very, very hand-holdy to me.
Um, I would rather I would rather create a smooth experience by communicating too much than too little. You know what I mean? So like if I have to have
Okay,
something
but
that
what about guiding? What about soft guiding that, like hiding the communication and soft guiding the player towards the right thing? Because I feel like
well, I mean,
if
you
you're
would
too aggressive with it, you it may make like do the opposite. It may make the game.
getting delivered there. That's an interesting idea, Jachanga. Yeah. I mean, I understand what you're saying. There's a difference between like, I mean
Yeah,
that's the
yeah.
whole thing where it's like, okay, you know, do you do it like diegetically where it's built into the game and like it makes sense for the game itself to be telling you where to go because, you know, your PDA is smart enough to be like, hey man, you know, in 3 miles you arrive at your location or whatever. Um, um, and I mean, of course, I feel like the subtlety of like showing the player where to go and everything is always a goal. Is always built into every game,
Yeah.
unless it's like a game for the sake of being
Because
a puzzle game.
here's the
More
thing, right?
so, you know.
Let's say that because you said you wanted fairly level terrain,
That
with
probably makes sense, Josh. Yeah,
bumps and
like a rush right
stuff
in.
here and there, but you want it to be fairly level because they wanted to be able to see like a vast horizon of emptiness and shit like that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I mean, there
So
could be a
this
little bit of
already
hill
throws
in the
me
background.
off
There could be.
because you're adding a 20-meter hill, which is pretty big. So if you want to use this, what you could do is, if you're gonna drop the player on, is the player in control immediately? As like how does this start? Is this just like fade to black, or from black fade to game? You're just immediately on a snowmobile, and you ride for a few meters, and all of a sudden you see this. What happens if the player immediately like goes right or they go left? And all of a sudden they miss the whole thing. That's why usually, like, unless you can like very 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 purposefully through very aggressive terrain, like, oh, they have to go through a doorway, so there's no way they're not going to be looking at the thing that's beyond the doorway, right? The camera is going to be aligned. um so unless you do it through that or through a cutscene, is not very easy to make sure that it's going to go the way you want it to go.
Of
You
course.
gotta
I mean,
remember, people are
yeah. No, I know. I mean,
people are dumb.
that's always people. I mean, but you have to also give players freedom.
Agency.
You know.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, it's not, but it's not like a cutscene is a bad thing, you know.
No, yeah, I understand.
If you wanna use it to like really deliver,
Yeah,
it could start as a cutscene, right? Of you going through like a heavy snow and stuff on the snowmobile, and you get to this, you see this in the cutscene, and you could cut immediately to gameplay. So the player is right there seeing this,
yeah,
and now they decide how to approach this. But you got them there through a cutscene to make sure
yeah,
that this was seen.
yeah. I mean, part of what I had in
I feel like
mind
that's
for the
probably
main
what most
menu
people would do.
was that basically you kind of I feel like I mean I could even make it though where you see the station from the main menu, like you actually kind of see the station from this side, this
I would
perspective.
I would probably make it so that you see the yellow lights over the horizon, the glow. Or, well, you're gonna see a lot of the station anyway because of the antennas and shit, and they're so tall. So yeah, you're gonna see the
I mean
station.
that won't be super tall. I feel like they're definitely not tall enough to not be obstructed by a 20-meter hill horizon, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe not 20 meters. Probably less than that. But yeah. I mean, part of me was like, okay, one of the things that I've had in mind a lot for the main menu was that you basically get a shot of either, you get like just kind of like a, like I think it'd be really neat to boot up the game, and the first thing you see is like the really pretty horizon, right? Like you get this really central horizon, and then when you click play, nothing changes. The game just simply transitions, like it almost lowers your camera down to the person. All of a sudden, you know, you're the player, right? Like you're seeing from the player's perspective. I mean, at that point, that could just be a seamless cutscene transition where you click play, you're locked in, cinematic bars, you are driving your snowmobile for a second, dialogue, something happens, you arrive at this hill, cinema bars are, you know, still showing, hit the player with the first impression, hide the bars, transition, let the player do whatever they want now. I like games more where you boot up the first time, you're not getting a menu, but just throwing the... You're not getting a menu, but throwing the tutorial prologue intro. Mm-hmm.
That's funny. That's cool. I hate that. I
think that's cool, the Jaga, but I don't care for that as much because I like it when games give me a chance to change my options and stuff first. Because a lot of times the game's too loud, or, you know, there's stuff like that I want to change first. And in fact, it annoys me, I feel like, more often than not when it does that. But directly in the setting menu?
So this will be the menu setting, the menu for like a first, like literally the first time you boot it though. What happens after they save their game?
Huh?
Like what happens after they play for 10 minutes? They're not on that hill anymore. What are you gonna see on the menu?
You can see the same thing.
It's a roguelike.
No, you can see the same thing. What do you mean?
What do you mean, Tin?
I'm confused what you're asking.
So you're saying that it's on the first time you boot the game, you're gonna see the horizon, and it's gonna lower the camera slowly.
I never said the first time, but yes.
Well, yeah, you boot the game, you're gonna see the horizon, and then it's gonna lower the camera into the player.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense, and it's cinematic as fuck, and it's cool.
Yeah.
Because that's where the player is at the moment.
Yeah.
But after you play for 10 minutes and you already are at the big house or whatever, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna see the horizon in the main menu, and you're gonna load in game, and it's just gonna be a black transition into wherever you are?
Oh,
that's it.
At that point,
because at that point the novelty of the thing only works on the first time.
Yeah, there's probably just gonna be like a loading screen or something for whenever you click load. Yeah. Okay. I don't really see how to solve that. I mean, at that point, like I thought about doing like a top-down transition thing, like where it like sucks the camera into the player, but you'd have to make sure that worked for like yeah, exactly. But you'd have to make sure that worked for like wherever you are and everything like that.
So. Yeah, it's not one.
But I mean, you could also if you do the heli thing when you start the game. ONW? What do you mean? Start the game. Cam's inside. You're talking about the cam inside the heli, at least. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm not against the heli idea, but I don't like the idea of providing the sense that like people come and go by flying, because that almost gives you because flying's so fast, right? So if you radio for trouble and they're like, all right, we're going to send a helicopter, be there in 30 minutes. That's a completely different feeling than like, okay, we're going to send a convoy, be there in, you know, like 2 days or something. Oh, Kit, thank you. Thank you for the 5 bits. That's funny. I was so confused at first. Welcome. But yeah. Yeah. I don't think I like the feeling of that as much, you know. So make it a vehicle view. I mean, I thought about making it where literally you're driving the snowmobile. Like you hear the snowmobile in the background and everything, and that's like part of what you're doing. Like you got like a it's hard to draw. Like that's too what was the front of hold on, let's see if there's a thing. Like you're driving at night in a snowstorm. I did think about making it where there's a snowstorm too. Where you I mean that could actually be something similar where could actually be something similar where maybe instead of trying to nail the shot initially, you maybe you have to go like repair something that's up the hill and then you can look back. Like it's positioned so you look back towards the base. So you could take in the moment at that point. Because it could also be done that way, which would be interesting. Because I thought about arriving at the base and there's like a snowstorm. Because that's the other thing is I wanted... Yeah, I forgot about that. So I don't think you'd actually be able to do this initially. Let me find the snowmobile like thing here though. Hold on. Yeah, so like sure. Let's just grab this image, I guess. Okay, for 15 minutes? Yeah, that's fine. So like what I imagine is, for this at least, right? Let's get rid of my bad drawing. You are driving, so like you hit the main menu, right? And you're driving in the snowmobile in the background, right? Like you hear it kind of. It could just be like an endlessly kind of scrolling thing. I'd figure that out, I guess. But actually it'd be really easy to do if your vision's occluded, because I could just get the illusion that you're moving and you're not actually moving. But anyway, so let's say there's a blizzard or something, bad storm, and you're driving and that's it. And you hit, when you hit play or whatever, right? I thought about giving control and then you have like an indicator of where to go. Or it could just be a cutscene like you still arriving and you see, it could actually be you see the yellow light. Yeah, the light bleeding from the base. And then so you know where to go. And that's how you're kind of guided. Because I almost wanted you to not, like, I wanted the initial, like, the power being messed up and everything, right? I think it's so much scarier to arrive at a place and the weather's bad, on top of you not knowing what the status of anything is, right? Because if you haven't explored any of the buildings, then, like, anything could be inside. You don't know the integrity of the buildings. Like, everything's up in the air. And there's a storm. So, you know, it's much more important for you to, like, make sure the heat's online, everything like that. So I'm a bit torn on that one. I think I will wrap things up for tonight, though. Let's look for someone to read. Where's Zed? But yeah. So what I missed, welcome back. I'm gonna wrap things up for tonight. I think, and now I'm hungry and I gotta eat before it gets too late. And I'll have to think about what exactly I want to do for the arrival part, but I'll try and think of the garage layout a little bit more too. Because I mean, really, I should probably just storyboard a bit so I can really think of like the some of the moments and stuff that I want to hit, you know. Anyway, yeah, thanks for hanging out, chat. Appreciate it. I hope you had fun. Jago, thanks as always. Hope you had fun. Take it easy. Yeah, we'll raid Zed's. I don't know what Zed's working on tonight. Oh, he's working on more Vulcan stuff. Oh God. Yeah, he's working on Vulcan stuff. So, Mao Cow. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful night as well. Thanks for stream. Yeah, of course, Skeptic. Thanks for hanging out. Catch video sounds good. Yeah. Yeah, tonight, I mean, I feel kind of bad because like I feel like right now I'm streaming like stuff's so slow. Because like this level design, like all this is really hard for me. This is not my forte. I'm very much I love my programming. Like that's just my mentality. Like it's hard for me. I'm outside my comfort zone for sure. So I apologize if things are a little bit slower while I'm sitting here really racking my mind over trying to figure out how I want to do stuff. Because it is a lot for me, but it's a fun process. It's 5 a.m. Jesus. Well, Mao, I mean, I would get some. You should, get some rest. It's already morning. But yeah, Skeptic, have a wonderful night. Yeah, fun to see the process of learning. Yeah, I mean, it's fun to share that with everyone because I think it's a cool thing to see. I just hope it's not boring for you, and if it is, well, I'm sorry. It's a lot for me. I can't wait to. I'll end some of these streams and feel like fatigued because of how much I feel like I've had to think about what I wanted to do and stuff. But anyway, we're going at 1:30 a.m. Oh well, have a wonderful day. But anyway, yeah, I'll catch y'all next time. Say hi to Zed. Have a good night. All right, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.